Well, Iyamu filed a case against PDP chieftain, and guess what happened to that very file? You'll be so shocked how Nigerians really react, or how they handle situations. It's so surprising because this report is no different from some of the things that have been happening in the country. A lot of funny stuff's all going on, and that is exactly one of the funny stuff I'll bring to you right here because it is so shocking how a file can go through this very kind of can actually go through this kind of situation. But anyway, more details I'll bring to you about this report of Iyamu and the court cases he's actually having around his neck. But hope you have subscribed if you have not, and also give this video a thumbs up, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell. And of course, this is Saffron Media. We're here to give you the most trending, exciting, reliable and authentic happenings in Nigeria and more. And we hope that you are updated with every thing that you need to know about. Anyway, guys, from here, let us get right into the details of this report. I hope that you stay tuned and enjoy this till the very end. All right here it says file of Iyamu's libel case against PDP chieftain to be quarantined for 14 days. Shocking and surprising, right? Anyway, let us get in. It says an Edo State High Court sitting in Benin City on Thursday ordered that a file for a case of alleged defamation instituted by a former gubernatorial candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC in the state, Pastor Osagie Iyamu, against a member of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Rita Ebiowa, be quarantined for 14 days. How can a case be quarantined for 14 days? Does it have coronavirus or what? Well, these are some of the excuses we keep hearing in Nigeria, but we just hope that all of these things, we hope we have good leaders, because only good leaders can correct a lot of these anomalies going on in the country today. A case in court here saying it should be quarantined for 14 days. Is it the case that would contract coronavirus, or the people? Because I don't seem to understand why a case would be quarantined for 14 days. Anyway, let us continue and see the reason they gave for why it should be quarantined for 14 days. The judge said the order was in line with the COVID-19 procedure before the case could be heard. The presiding judge, Justice J.I. Archer, noted that the case was formally filed on the 16th of February 2021 by counsel to the claimant, Martha Magu. He therefore ordered that the case file be quarantined for 14 days before it can be heard. In suit number B/488/2020 between Pastor Iyamu and Rita Ebiowa, the claimant, among others, is demanding for 500 million naira as damages over alleged libelous publication against his person, said to have been published on 19th of July 2020 by the defendant on Facebook and other social media platforms. The claimant also wants a declaration by the court that the statement published on social media platforms, especially Facebook, and syndicated amongst other groups, was malicious, defamatory, and bringing him to hatred, ridicule, and public odium. He equally sought an order of the court directing the defendant to publish an approved formal letter of apology and a retraction of the purported libelous publications in no fewer than 7 national dailies. However, counsel to the defendant, Martin Omo Igikpe, in his earlier response said the alleged libelous claims against his client by Iyamu were misleading, malicious, and gold-digging. He added that his client was never the author of the said publication, as same was circulated globally on Facebook. The court thereafter adjourned hearing into the case till April 1st, 2021. Well, my most shock about this very report is that when cases are brought to court now, is it that the cases, the files will go on quarantine, or they are trying to say that those those that are in that part of the case Is it that they are the ones that will be going for quarantine for 14 days before getting into the court, or the file? Because right here, the judge made it very clear that according to the COVID-19 protocols that must be followed, that the files must actually stay, that before the case must be heard, that the file must go through the quarantine of 14 days. Wow, I really seem not to understand why, a file has to go through quarantine. Is it the file that has coronavirus, or is it the file that wants to contract coronavirus? That is my question. Or is it that the people that want to be a part of that case will be the ones to get quarantined for 14 days? Because he didn't make it clear. What he outrightly said here was that the file has to be quarantined for 14 days, which it keeps getting me really so surprised, that how can a file really go through quarantine, and yet the people involved in the case are not being quarantined? That is Nigeria for you. And secondly, the case was about Iyamu and a chieftain in the People's Democratic Party (PDP), which is a woman, Rita. And he said it was a publication of defamation of character and all of that, all of that. And really, at the end of the case, the judge of the lawyer to the woman also said that the same report that Iyamu brought to the court was the same thing that his client is also facing, that there was also a defamation of character that was written about her on Facebook and all other social media platforms. Yet this is politics that these two guys are playing, and they are requesting, Iyamu requesting for 500 million naira, and also that for seven dailies it will publish that they did the wrong thing by publishing such stuff about him on social media, that it must be done on 7 dailies, and a sum of 500 million naira should also be paid. I just hope who is going to do all of that? Anyway, let's wait till their files are being quarantined for 14 days and hear the remaining part of the case, because of course you can see that uh, the judge actually moved the case, which he also said that on the 1st of April that the case will be heard, because he had actually adjourned it till that time. So we just wait for 1st of April. It's just by the corner, till that case is also heard. But recently we've not really heard about the case of Iyamu, about the fraud case of that is having about 500 million naira fraud. We're still waiting for that, and we've not heard anything. Anyway, guys, that is it. Thank you for listening. What do you have to say about all of this? Drop it in the comment section and give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.